Hey everybody, I'm back, and this time we're looking at Warhammer 3, which just dropped today. And I wanted to show off a little bit of this. I've got some other Warhammer coverage on my channel. Warhammer 1 and then 2 came out several years ago. So this is kind of the beginning of the end of Warhammer Total War. But I have a feeling that this end, quote-unquote, will last quite a long time. Warhammer 2 had quite a lot of amazing additional DLC and free content throughout the last several years of its development, culminating into a huge Mortal Empires campaign map sandbox with dozens and dozens and dozens of factions and lords to play as. Now, Warhammer 3 doesn't have that at launch, but it will get it eventually, a few months from now. And of course, Warhammer 3 will keep getting DLC and free content, just like Warhammer 2 did. So I think it's already in a good place, better than Warhammer 2 at launch was, in terms of fidelity and visuals, improvements, quality of life improvements, the options, the many user interface tweaks that make things just easier and nicer. Everything is really nicely done and implemented very well here, and it'll only get better from here as they continue to iterate from here. So, with that being said, I've played for about 8.5 or so hours. I did the first campaign you can do, which is the prologue, which is a great 2 or so hour tutorial that kind of covers all the basics. And then I'm doing a multiplayer campaign as well, which is going really well and is just a ton of fun. Simultaneous turns is a game changer. Okay, so let's do a new campaign, and then I'm going to put a pause at the beginning of the campaign so I can double check that this is all recording and working correctly, because I haven't tested it yet. So I don't want to get super far in and find out that I'm just recording blank screen or something. Okay, so let's pop over to... Here, I'm going to move this off the screen. I don't want that on there. I don't think it was on there for you to see. It was my recording bar. Okay, new campaign. Here we go. Alright. Tutorial. This is a really, really cool cutscene. And I don't want to sit through it here for you guys, because if you want to see it, then you should see it when you play the game. It does set up the story nicely. There's a really interesting story going on with, captured bear gods and different factions wanting it for their own purpose. So there's a little symbol here that's recommended for first campaign, Kislev and Demons of Chaos. However, a video came out from, I don't remember if it was Legend of Total War or if it was Heir of Carthage. Someone put out a video that had the difficulty, in their opinion, from difficult to easy campaigns, with the easiest campaign being Grand Cathy and Khorne, and then the hardest being Kislev, one of the hardest. So I don't know why that's saying it's recommended for first players. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to play. I'm going to play the Ogre Kingdom, which a buddy of mine's playing in a co-op campaign. So I've seen them from afar a little bit. They can develop camps. That's where most of their building and recruitment comes from. They can take settlements, which is kind of nice. They're not really totally like a roaming band like the Beast Lords. I can't think of the word. Anyway, they're more traditional in that they capture and hold the settlements and cities. But most of their power doesn't come from those. They can't even go above tier 3 in those buildings. So they have to have camps, and they need meat. I know my buddy's complaining about meat all the time and how he doesn't have enough of it. And then contracts, which I don't know anything about, actually. So, alright, so we're going to pick Ogre Kingdom. This is kind of nice. They give you a lot more information for your difficulty stuff. So I'm going to pick just normal and normal. And then we have Greasus Goldtooth. And he has income from raiding plus 50%. His Iron Gut units are cheaper. And he gets extra bonus from sacking and looting settlements. Versus Scraid the Slaughterer. He replenishes units faster for Gorgers. And his Gorgers are cheaper. There you go. And he starts down here. He starts over here. So, I'm going to pick this guy.
Over tyrant and all.
And we're gonna see how this goes. Let's see the single player campaign. And like I said, I'll put a little pause in here and start making sure everything looks good. I'll let the whole game load so you can kind of get an idea how the load times are. They're not too bad. The first load is a little bit slower because it's loading everything for the first time. Here we go. I haven't seen this at all.
The ogres feast to honor Greasus the Over-Tyrant. Their appetites are ferocious. I must be wary.
Time's up, wizard. No. Put him in the stew.
Wait! Wait! Untold power can be harnessed from a dying god.
Power? Ogres take what they want. What more power do we need? Boil the pot! Fresh meat!
Please wait! The god is up there! You can't devour it!
Quiet! A bear, you say?
Sounds tasty.
Shut up! A new meat. God flesh.
Enough for you, your warriors, and your god, the Great Maw.
I can smell it now. Roast god ribs.
A feast like no other.
You're no meat eater. What's in it for you?
My book reveals a path to his deathbed. I will show you the way for one drop of Ursun's divine blood.
One drop. But ogres get the rest.
That is the deal.
Okay. Don't know what this guy's game is, but he's in every game and every faction's opening cinematic. Okay, so...
Our goal is to claim Ursun. The ogres will eat their weight in god flesh and throw the leftovers into the Great Maw.
Gross.
I'm getting hungry, me.
Alright, here we go. We're going to see...
Spitting out advice.
We'll see how the ogres play.
Your bones as toothpicks.
At once, Horde Master. The bear's roar has made the tribes restless. Other tyrants eye your mighty girth and are envious. The Cross Club's tribe plan to take your crown. Remind them who is the Over-Tyrant. Destroy them and subjugate any other tribe that dares to withhold tribute. The Firemouth is a sacred site. Claiming it by force or bribery is a powerful act and shall give you a base to expand westwards. Further south is the dwarf stronghold of Karak Azom. It should be cracked open and its riches added to your own. For we will require immense wealth if you are to hire the best ogres to invade the Chaos Realms. You will be busy, mighty trade lord, but the reward for your efforts is the god meat of Ursun. Let the feast begin, for the Great Maw hungers.
I don't even want to know the size of the chicken that drumstick came from. Okay, so they have meat. Their armies gain meat from battles, from local settlements, from ogre camps. They use those for upkeep. Surplus meat is sent to the Great Maw to gain bonuses. They have ogre camps. They can create a camp in enemy territory to assist with recruitment and resupply. Big names. Some ogre lords and heroes may earn a name for themselves by performing certain feats. Once earned, a big name can confer bonuses on the character that bears it. Contracts. Ogre factions may be offered contracts from time to time by others to attack certain targets. Okay, there we go. Let me click here for more information. Nice. Very nice. Alright.
Traitors and opportunists seek to wrest your crown and claim the mantle of Over-Tyrant for themselves. Defeat these pretenders.
Alright, so we have to defeat an enemy in battle belongs to the flying faction. Cross Clubs, looks like that's this guy's right here. Cross Clubs. Gar is the name of the ogre. There's only 3 guys in this whole army. So the first order of business will be to take our starting army, which consists of a couple of Novlars, little tiny infantry guys there, and some trappers, a hybrid unit that can stalk Actually, you can right-click on these guys and get more information from the whole. This is all the units in the whole faction. You have heroes, you have lords that can, hold armies, like stacks of armies. You got infantry and missile infantry, just these little goblin guys. And you have cavalry and chariots, monsters and beasts. Of course, I have a lot of monsters and beasts. They're ogres. They have war machines and artillery, and they have missile monsters like lead belchers. So, and we start with Ogre Bowls, which are pretty powerful to begin the game with, especially. We have Iron Guts, which are also very powerful. I mean, the numbers of these guys, the weapon strength is very high. 480, that's a lot of damage to be doing. It's a lot of damage. And then we've got our hero himself, who's level 1 right now, and has no skills or any items or anything. But we will be leveling him up very quickly. So, looks like this costs us 50 meat per turn. And I don't know if we have any meat. It doesn't look like. So I don't know how that works. We're going to figure it out. Technology. Camp Huddle. Population surplus 1 for newly developed camps. +1 camp limit. Alright. That's probably how we get our first camp. Alright, let's just let's put a pause in here. Let's put a pause in here, and I'm going to make sure that things are recording correctly. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I just roll a dice. I mean, I've already done 11 minutes. What am I going to do? Redo that 11 minutes? It's either recording or it's not. You're either going to be seeing this video or you're not. Alright, here we go. Let's fight this fight.
Battle is upon us. Study your options carefully. The enemy
really need help there. I can fight the battle. I can auto-resolve it, and if you look on the left, you see my armies on the left. There's a pre-battle feast over here, which is I can spend meat. Maybe 50 is how much meat I had. I can spend meat to get bonuses, which is pretty cool. You can kind of put some point in there and get extra speed, and my guys are heavier, so they don't get knocked back as much. They charge harder. Don't need it for this. I could auto-resolve this entire fight, lose almost nothing. But, for the sake of seeing the ogres in action, let's fight it out. They only have 3. They have a tyrant, which is one of the hero or lord types that holds armies. You've got one nobbler, little spear infantry guy, and then you've got looks like one of these guys. What are they called? The game's loading, so it's not letting me get tooltips. Okay.
Greatness in battle may only be reached
through
vigorous training. Even the most skillful of generals.
No. All right. So, we got us. In case you're new to the game or it's been a while. This line, you can't really see from that view. This green box is where I can set my armies up however I want within it. Oops. Click the wrong button there. So if I click over here and do this, boom. One of these guys, I don't know who it was, had Vanguard deployment, which means they can actually come out here and start closer to the battle. But we don't really want anyone running out ahead. So everything looks like they're melee, basically. So it doesn't really matter much. We'll just go ahead and put them all right there, dead smack in the center, and start the battle. I don't even think we've got any range. So let's just take a look at our guys. No, I don't need help. Okay, so we've got Iron Guts, looking pretty good. These Ogre Bowls have dual weapons. They look pretty good. These are probably the backbone of our army. We still got some time before they get here, so let's look at, here's Goldtooth himself. I mean, he's a big guy. He's really strong. We've got these little nobblers. They're really here to just prevent your ogres from getting swarmed, because they are a single unit. Ogres are. Alright, let's just see what happens if we have... Okay, so this Stonehorn has a charge bonus of 70. So he'll add 70. Oh, that's what charge bonus is. So if we charge in, it's going to be, you know, bad. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. No one's attacking my flank. Shut up. Text only. I mean, hang on. I wonder if I can go in the options and turn this off entirely. I guess it's not, doesn't happen in multiplayer, so I didn't have to deal with it. How do I? This is all stuff I want to keep on. Enable the no, I don't. No, I don't know. Okay, that's fine. No big deal. All right, so let's get these guys in the mix. Let's start swarming.
Master. Consider it done. Overwhelm them.
I mean, yeah, we just destroyed them. Easy battle. They always give you like a nice little easy battle right at the beginning, so you can kind of see your starting army in action. I mean, they broke very quickly. They broke so fast that we only had a couple kills. Most of our kills came from the Iron Guts. I didn't really bring the Ogre Bulls into the battle till late, so they didn't get a chance to kill anything. Okay, so we can pick a couple things now that we've completed the fights. We got 2 meat, we got 60 gold, well, loot, and we got 1,000 experience, and we got some armor. Nice. And we gain a rank. And I can pick, ransom the captives for 200 more gold, process the meat for the pot boys, eat the captives. Well, we didn't really lose any units of note, so we're not going to need unit replenishment bonus. Let's grab meat. Okay. We did it. We did it, guys. We recruited a hunter. And we got a big name unlocked. Through his recent actions, he's become Horde Master. It cannot be selected, conferring powerful bonuses to the character. And shockingly obese. We got that armor. Okay, so we got a hunter. He is, if he's embedded in the army, which we will embed him. He hasn't any movement right now because he just got recruited. Then he'll increase the campaign movement speed. These guys will be able to move further than. We do want to embed him in the army because he's a powerful unit. He's a hero. Hero units are powerful. He'll stimulate growth in any area he's in that's friendly. He can assault garrisons to reduce the health of the garrison units. He can assassinate heroes, or attempt to. And he can assault units in an army, like an army just standing out in the field, and damage them, or he can attempt to. Alright. So we've got this guy here. He gained a level. Let's look at the armor. This Great Skull armor, plus 15 armor and 10% spell resistance. Big names. So we can choose Shockingly Obese and give him plus 5 melee defense. That makes him harder to hit in melee. And his mass becomes 30% higher, which makes him harder to move. Or Horde Master, giving him a passive plus 8 leadership, which just lasts forever in a 55-meter range. I think we're gonna focus on him being higher leadership. That's good. That's good for him to have. Okay. So that's a look at that. He has a skill point to spend. So we can give him Route Marcher, and then all these blue skills, they call them. This is like the blue tree, and it gives you kind of fun campaign bonus things, like income bonuses, or your units can be recruited at higher rank. The red tree, this improves your whole army, giving you a big leadership bonus, giving your melee attack bonuses to Ogre Bulls, or Nobblers having more leadership, or Mournfang cavalry having more weapon strength, things like that. This is what I like to do with like big melee, fighty type armies. Or we can go this route here and kind of make him personally even more powerful, even a stronger unit that can just take guys down by himself. When I put a point in Inspiring Presence, it's going to make all my units get a little bit of experience every turn. And we'll probably start putting points into the Ogre Bulls, getting more attack. At rank 2, it becomes +4, and then at rank 3, +6 melee attack and +12 charge bonus for Ogre Bulls. That's going to be really good.
Chuck it on my loot pile.
Alright.
Feast.
We might as well start marching towards this juicy target here. If I put my cursor over it, you can see this generates 50 gold per turn. This is, they're a little unhappy. Their control, like morale, is lowering. The most important thing about it is they have a garrison, which you can look at immediately. Like, usually in the old games, you click down here and see the garrison was for Grim Top. You can see it right there. But now you can actually just hover over it and see they've got... I mean, if you know the units, that looks like 3 Nobbler guys, and their army is similar to mine. They have
bosses.
They have, you can kind of line them up and see. They've got one of these. They have 3 of these. They got a leader. They've got some kind of cavalry. Looks like this guy right here, Stonehorn. No, I don't think that's a Stonehorn. And then they have a couple of these guys, Ogre Bulls. So fairly straightforward, fairly even. But I'm going to recruit a couple more Ogre Bulls.
For Greasus now.
And we're going to have them in time to attack next turn. Then we'll have... What do we have in our army right now? 12 units. We'll have 12 units. They're 12. Plus, we have a lot more going for us. We've got some higher tier units we started with. And we've got Greasus with us. Alright, let's go here and build. We'll upgrade the stew kitchen to a maw cave. It's going to give us extra income and defensive supplies in the event of a siege. It's going to generate more meat and growth, which is what we need to make this, to get to this eventually. Growth. And it grants 2 construction slots in the settlement. That's these right here. It'll give us, we can build more things. Alright. And recruit 2 units. We're doing that. We're going to get that mission done quick. And then this one is send your hero to join your army, which I will happily do. Almost forgot to do it. This will complete that quest and gives 500 more favor or treasury. Boom. Look at that. Easy. Easy. Just do the thing that the game's telling you to do. The game tells you to play. Alright, that's it. That's it. That's all I gotta do. We're gonna end the turn. Alright, that's 106 other factions taking their turn, by the way. Most of them go by really quickly because you can't see them, so they're just doing their turn behind the scenes. Alright. Gutblatt has unlocked the big name Bone Chewer. I don't know what he did to earn that, but Gutblatt is my hunter. And he has a big name. And it's going to give him Frenzy. We're going to give it to him. So I assume, yeah, he can change it in 10 turns. But Frenzy is pretty powerful. It just kind of lasts for as long as his leadership, his morale, so to speak, is high. He just does bonus damage and hits more frequently with melee attack +8. So that's really good. Okay. This guy recruited Zoc. And Zoc is eventually going to probably recruit more and more units. So we're not going to sit and recruit units ourselves. We're just going to go ahead and swing down there. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be a Pyrrhic victory with some medium casualties. We're going to have some tough fights here. Only because, like I said, they got a pretty decent comparable army. Not as many units. We're going to win. But how much are we going to lose? If I put my cursor over this in auto-resolve, you see the flashing icon, I'm going to lose one of my Ogre Bulls. Like, completely. Like, that unit will get wiped out. Everybody else will have some casualties. Like some of these Nobblers, there's 160 of them. I'll probably lose like 50 or 60 or 100 of them. But I won't lose the unit itself. So the unit itself is what gets experience and gets better stats and things like that. And over a couple turns, it will replenish if I just take a turn to rest or whatever. So this is not a huge deal. And we're at 26 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve it.
The meat
So fighting it.
harvest begins.
No big deal. We're going to occupy this territory. Mountain Walker is a new big name I can pick.
Ogre tyrant.
And we're replenishing. See, we did lose some stuff there. No big deal, because we can always recruit more Ogre Bowls. We're going to end up with one extra. We're going to level up. I want my Ogre Bowls. If I would have had this melee attack, you know, or a scrappy fighter, if I had some points here, I was a little higher level, maybe I would have not lost my guys. But, oh well, what can you do? Here's what you do. Make your guys better.
Looks valuable.
Now my hunter, he's got some different skills. Running with the pack would give Vanguard deployment for Saber Tusk pack units, letting us deploy them in closer and more strategic locations. I could give himself Vanguard deployments. This leads to other things. By the way, Stonehorn, those big giant, that big giant thing I've got, that big mammoth-looking thing. This guy can, at level 15, ride one as a mount. So pretty good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to focus for now. Great Beast Hunters are all level 20. Wow, Hunters have some pretty cool skills they get later in the game. Simulate growth, garrison mobility is nice because it would take us 10% and make it a 15%. I think that's actually not a bad idea. I could give Saber Tusk packs units also have frenzy. Let's do that. Saber Tusk pack units having frenzy sounds really good. I don't think I have any of these guys, these Saber Tusk packs, yet. So if we go to the building browser, that's these guys right here. So we can't recruit them yet. We don't have anything in Tier 2, but we'll be able to when we do. I'm going to want a couple of them because it's going to make... They're going to have frenzy, thanks to our hunter. There you go. Nice. Alright. We got some more... We have more quests. The game's really good about giving you quests to do. Talisman gained. Ward save is nice. It's just a % chance of not taking any damage. Let's see. Right click on settlement and attack. Capture and occupy the following Grimtop. Where's Grimtop at? Oh, it was successful. We did it already. Potion of toughness. Alright. Ride the Ivory Road. Maintain control of the following province either by direct ownership or through vassals and military alliance. Ivory Road. Alright, so that is this guy here. We've got 2 of the cities in the Ivory Road. We need Amble Peak, and we need this guy down here, where the doors used to be, I think. Or maybe they still are. It's where there's a ruin at the start of the game. I can make my way down here, but I'm going to rest. We took a lot of hits. We're going to just take a knee here and rest. This is still building. We don't necessarily need this bullpen in both locations because they both let us recruit Ogre Bowls. And so what we're going to do is we're going to demolish this one. So next turn that'll be a free slot that we can use to build another building. But I think that's all I wanted to show off. It's been half an hour. I just wanted to kind of show a little bit of Warhammer 3, show how it looks, how it works. I will say this: the only I don't want to say bug, but the only thing about this, I'm playing with a 3080. It runs really well. I'm getting 40 to 60 frames per second on the campaign and 60 or so on battles. And I do have everything jacked as high as it goes. I could probably take a few things back and have a reliable 60 or even 80 frames per second, and it would look basically the same, mostly. But I think this actually it feels good when I'm playing it. I don't notice that it's only like only quote unquote like 40 frames per second. And I'm on, this is 3440 by 1440, so it's kind of a high resolution. And I think the optimization has some work to do. Obviously, it's a brand new game with a heavily modified version of the Warhammer engine. But I think it looks great. I love the way the units look. The campaign map is gorgeous that we've got here in front of us, and it's a lot easier to read and understand both what's happening in the battles thanks to the cleaner visuals and the effects, and the campaign map is also, I think, easier, so far for me at least, easier to read and understand. Some of that also is the UI is just really a lot nicer. But the load times were not that long when I played in multiplayer. But in single player now, for the first time playing it here with you guys, very long load times. I'm going to trim some of that up in post, so no one has to sit there and listen to me drink water for like 45 seconds or whatever it was. That's probably a bug or something that's not right, because it doesn't take that long in multiplayer. So I don't know what's up with that, but you know, it's a launch. It just launched hours ago, so I have a feeling that you know, just like with Warhammer 2 and every other Total War game, they're very big games, very complicated games. So we probably have a situation where, you know, a patch or two later, things are going to smooth out, and then before too long, we're getting more content even. So it's going to be really good, and I'm excited to just take the 8 factions that we get already and play through the campaign with them and see what they can bring to the table and get kind of familiar with them so I know them when the Immortal Empire's massive update drops, inevitably. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Warhammer 3. If anyone has any questions or anything, just drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer it as best I can. And on that note, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys next time.